Virginia Giuffre. For those of you who don't know, Virginia Giuffre, as a young teenager, she was trafficked by Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. She was handed over to some of the most powerful and untouchable men in the world. She could have stayed silent. She was offered to be paid to stay silent. She was expected to stay silent. But instead, she did the one thing that shakes corrupted power to its core. She spoke her truth, and she knew that this was going to cost her. She stood against billionaires, royalty, institutions built on lies, and she never, ever backed down, even when they tried to crush her spirit. And despite enormous pressure to stay silent, legal threats, media attacks, character assassinations, and this is just what we know of, not what we don't know of behind the scenes, Virginia chose to stand up, speak out, and seek justice, not just for herself, but for all the others that had no voice. And her story reminds us that speaking truth is not just a personal act, it's a world-changing act. We need to acknowledge that this is not about politics, this is not about gossip, it's about truth, it's about courage, it's about what it costs to live in integrity with ourselves. Because speaking truth comes with a price, but silence costs even more. Virginia risked everything. She risked her reputation, her peace of mind, and in the end, it was too much for her to carry. She faced attacks, she faced smear campaigns, but she chose the truth of her soul over the comfort of her personality. When truth is spoken, it exposes what has been hidden. And truth tellers are often treated as the problem before they are honoured as the heroes. Every time I hear somebody speaking their truth, it doesn't matter who they are, I honour them instantly because they are the truth tellers. They are speaking the truth. You can tell when someone's speaking the truth, you can feel it in your body. So speaking up is an act of service to others. And by telling her story, Virginia gave countless others permission to step forward and tell their story. Because every truth spoken weakens the stronghold of fear and strengthens the path for other people to then live their truth. And you don't need a platform to speak your truth. You don't need to be in a courtroom. You don't need to be speaking to the media to speak your truth. It happens every day in everyday life, in your family, in your workplace, with your children, in your community. Choosing truth matters so much every moment of every day. So trust your inner knowing even when the world tells you not to. Many forces, the media, our systems, society, our churches will try to gaslight truth tellers, even your partners, even your family. But it's so important to stay connected to your inner compass. You know what is true for you. The world changes because of people like Virginia, not because they're perfect, but because they are courageous. Where are you being called to live in a deeper truth? What story, what feeling, what knowing inside of you is asking to be honoured right now? What is the thing that you're almost going to say, but you don't quite say it? That's what you've been asked to do right now. That's how you're being asked to step forward right now by always, always, always living in truth. Rest in peace, Virginia Giuffre. Thank you for living in your truth.